Good morning, guys. Chris with Tillman Family Farms. I know I've been MIA for a little while. We have been busy, on top of my day job being busy. Out here this morning trying to get a jump on the heat. The heat is one of the things that's been beating us down so bad. Oh gosh, we had a couple of days there that the heat index was between 110 and 114 degrees, and on top of that, when you live a mile from the Chattahoochee River, you get 95 to 500% humidity on top of all that. So you can't hardly walk outside without just being drenched in sweat. Got some cows moved this morning. Got a couple other animals to get their waters filled up first thing this morning. But what I want to talk about today is piglets and the situation that we've gotten ourselves into with piglets. We still have quite a few piglets, and we're going to talk about what we're going to do with them and how our cycles fall needing meat, and I guess the problem that we put ourselves in the middle of this time around when we farrowed. So stick with us, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to go look at all the piglets. We got some in a training pen. Still got some that'll be weaned in a couple weeks, and we'll talk about where they're going and when and why and how and all that good stuff. We're going to start down here at our training pen. So these guys have been in here for 1 week. We had Brandon Hayes and his family from Grace Middle Georgia Farms out last weekend, bought some piglets. Had one or two other folks pick up some piglets, but these guys are what's left. And you could see, so this was overgrown this past weekend, and let me tell you, they have done a number on it. But these guys some of these guys are ready to go. Some of these guys will stay for our wholes and halves that get sold at the end of the year. We do that to have a farm income when the market season ends. So we always try to do, I don't know, 8 to 10 wholes and halves. But we're gonna walk over here to these other piglets, and I'm gonna tell you what happened, why we've got so many that are unspoken for, and what in the world are we gonna do with all these piglets. A few months back, well, way more than a few months back, we thought that we had a deal worked out with another farm that was local, and we didn't stay in touch. So basically what happened was they wanted 20 to 30 piglets, which we were dead on the money, man. We had exactly what they needed. And once again, we didn't stay in touch. We didn't call them, they didn't call us, and they were getting out of their breeding and they just wanted to buy piglets. So they sent their boar off and they kept the sows, and they started realizing that their sows were bred. And we didn't sign anything. We didn't say, hey, you need them by this date or anything like that. So, they didn't really think much of it. And when we called them and asked them, hey, when are you guys going to be ready for piglets? And they were like, well, then they told us this story of 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days since their boar left. Guess what? They had piglets, which is great for them. I'm glad that they did. Great farm, great people over there. I just wish that we had been a little bit better of keeping our stuff together so that we would know what was going on. But so that's why we have so many that are unspoken for. I kept telling people, no, we don't have any to sell. We got this thing worked out. And all those people that kept asking that I kept trying to go back to, a lot of those had already bought piglets. So here we are. Let's go look at the other piglets. So there are 21 other piglets, and somebody's in heat because yeah, she's in heat already. We'll have a nice issue on our hands because we'll have extra piglets. We didn't pull the boar. Anyhow, that'd be another something for another day. Anyhow, like I said, we got 21 other piglets. They're about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks away from being weaned and castrated. But if you are in the middle Georgia area, if you are in Alabama or middle Alabama, we have piglets available. All of these piglets, for the most part, are available. That's Dad. He's probably a good 500 pounds. And these sows, when they're not being drugged down by all these piglets, normally run a good 350 to 400 pounds. Anyhow, that is the situation that we are in. These piglets are Duroc Berkshire Hampshire cross. They grow out really well. We take them to butcher between 285 and 300 pounds, and we end up with some really nice looking products. And people come back week after week after week to buy what we bring to farmers markets and what we have in our freezer. So if you're interested in piglets, we've got some that are ready to go now, and then these guys are about 3 weeks away. I can't remember what today's date is. July 8th, maybe 8th or 9th. Anyhow, this is them. If you have any questions or anything like that about them, cost wise or breed wise or date wise, when they may be ready to go, comment down below and we will get you fixed up with an answer. So it's funny for us because every time we have piglets, you know, we do all this social media stuff and tell people what we're doing, and we got pictures and we do videos on having piglets, and normally everybody's beating down our door, which they did early. And like I say, we kind of worked ourselves over pretty good by saying, we really don't have any. Well, we've got a lot. So that was 21. So we got 28 piglets available. 28 piglets. These guys are about a 7 to 8 month grow out. And like I say, we take them in that time frame from 285 pounds to 300 pounds to our processor. We always end up with some great looking pork chops, great looking butts. Nice, really nice bacon off of these guys. They have a really nice meat to fat ratio. But that is our conundrum right now, because if I can't get them sold within a reasonable amount of time, I'm gonna hate it, but I'm gonna have to take them to auction. With the workload, the summer workload, and having to break these guys into 2 or 3 feeder groups, it's just gonna be too much for my wife to keep up with during the day while I'm at a day job. So if you know anybody, send them our way. Tillman Family Farms. Let's get some piglets sold. We appreciate you guys. So before we close this video out, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about chicken and the Georgia poultry laws for the 1,000 bird exemption. I did have an opportunity not too long ago, and I'm not going to go into this into depth. We may do a separate video on this, but I did have an opportunity to sit down in front of Tyler Harper. Tyler Harper is the new Georgia Department of Agricultural Commissioner. He was understanding. He told me that it was on his radar that some things had changed and it put a lot of farmers out of business in Georgia, and that it happened before he got in, and he wasn't quite sure how the state of Georgia and the USDA got so far apart in their regulations. So Georgia is much more stringent than the USDA, so he's going to be looking into that to try to figure out, well, he says he is anyway. I'm going to keep hounding people. I'm going to keep sending emails, try to help these Georgia farmers get back into the chicken business. Anyway, that's going to be it for this one. Y'all help me sell some piglets. I got to get rid of these guys. If you don't mind, please go down and like and subscribe. Ring that bell so you see all the videos that we put out. We will see you on the next video.